Tell me, what do you see here? Is it just a grey wall? To be honest, yes it is, but you know what? Even here, in mundane, urban or semi-urban environment, there are things to be seen right at your doorstep. There are dramas, survival and amazing facts all around you in insects, plants, birds, even the wind and the clouds. Everything you will see here is recorded just during one small break in boring apartment block, with exception of only one story and few added scenes. For years, I was learning to read the nature, so to speak. Starting with some small things I am ashamed I did not know even in my 20s, and even now, almost every single day I discover something I had no idea about. I want to bring you along on this short journey through nature in seemingly boring, mundane, urban area and invite you to do the same on your own at your own doorstep, or apartment block, or front yard, or city park, or if you're lucky to be there, middle of the forest somewhere away from people. Let me introduce you to this little creature. One morning I was drinking coffee outside my doorstep when I noticed something moving on the ground. Do you know what it is? I can give you a small pause here to try to find out yourself. Otherwise, let's move on with a small story. You might or might not relate to this, but from my experience, one of my favorite childhood memories were tiny glowing lights during summer nights. Fireflies. Today, each day, they are becoming more endangered, and one of the greatest causes is light pollution. As you likely know, they use light signaling to attract mates. It was a huge surprise and huge joy for me to discover during summer nights in my apartment block I could find few fireflies. This is Lampiris noctiluca, species where the females are the ones that glow a greenish kind of light, and this is its larvae, which also has ability to glow at night. I took it immediately to hide it on a safer spot away from some creatures that might be too curious. They prefer to eat snails and love moist environments, so I found this little spot with a lot of leaves and holes in that boring grey wall. During summer nights, when I would sit with my laptop outside, its light would attract Lampiris noctiluca males. Eager to meet a female and happy to see the light these poor male firefly souls would discover the light they discovered isn't mother of their future children, but an artificial light displaying a video editing software. I would move the laptop away and take them to the spot where I knew there are females roaming around. I wish I could turn off streetlights for them to find each other easier, but this is kind of illegal. This is a tiny spot with few carnation flowers on it. I still find it cute, as it's adding at least a bit of color around the place, but I want to focus on the sounds that you can hear now. As I was recording this scene, magpies started to be on high alert. And there is one more thing we can notice. Few minutes ago, sound was filled with songbirds. Remember what you hear here. And compare it to this. There was one likely explanation for this. Predator was nearby. So while people are going around talking and entering their cars to go to work or wherever they are going, there was this layer of different world happening at the same time. Real-time survival drama and danger. I looked up and, of course, there was a pair of predator birds, most likely common buzzard or similar, circling around. I am sorry for bad video quality as I could zoom in only so much, but just want to show you this. Looking up at these birds flying and looking for their prey For a moment I felt I'm in shoes of prey, and everything felt so real, including this sense of imminent danger. When I tuned into this, I could feel the tension. Here you will be able to see a magpie flying around on high alert. Now, magpies are members of corvid family, where you will also find ravens and crows, among others. They are also predators, but they often have clashes with larger predators, such as these buzzards. There are a lot of stuff to be found even in urban environment, where for certain cases you need to pay attention, places are not polluted, and it's legal to pick, but overall there are even medicinal and edible plants all around us. So far I foraged chicory roots, dandelion roots, goosefoot and wild onions, which I cannot find to show at the moment, and there is this one thing that you can find almost anywhere, from forest paths to parking spots in the city: plantain. Don't let its non-exceptional look and the fact that it is so widespread fool you. This is a wonderful edible and medicinal plant. Within few seconds, I actually managed to find 2 plantain types in front of me: broadleaf and narrowleaf. Stung by a bee? Chew some up and put it directly on the skin. I actually did this few days ago, when a wasp stung me near my eye. It is anti-inflammatory, and it was used for skin issues for hundreds of years. It was used to treat cough, itching, as a digestive aid, you name it. Not to mention its leaves can be eaten raw or cooked and used as spinach. Broadleaf type is more tender and usually more recommended for eating, unlike its narrowleaf cousin, which is a bit more bitter and more recommended for teas. But you can use both for both. You'll find they have lines going all the way from top to bottom of the leaf. Please make sure, though, to use different sources and be careful when identifying anything, and do not use this short video as the only guide. So here we are, 2 amazing medicinal plants right at our doorsteps. All this I could notice or think about only for 5 to 10 minutes of being outside. I have practiced ability to filter out all the background noise: car doors slamming, people voices, engine noises, children playing. It is possible to just tune into this other layer and live in almost a different reality. Why would you do this? I have a subjective answer. I am curious. I am amazed by every new little thing about the world around me, and it makes me feel alive and happy to be alive. Speaking in more general terms, I know some things are not for everyone, but what I discovered is when you focus on nature, on what is real, and all survival dramas within it, you become less anxious and selfish. You get out of this, me that perspective, and you can smile at a bird on a branch looking out for food, even on your way to your corporate job, made of a lot of grey walls.